Hello gamers, my name is KK and today we are god boosting Ezili, the least favorite hero of many people because she's so weak in terms of DPS. A really good hero in the late game, but in today's test we are testing the DPS, damage per second, and it's gonna be pretty funny. First, as you can see right now, this is the modded BTD6 because there is no way in hell that Ezili can actually pull this off and win without modding. But the thing is that Ezili made my PC to lag so hard with her attack that I had to turn off the overclock thing. Basically, at this stage, right now, Ezili is 100 times quicker in the attack speed, and you could imagine that it's pretty absurd and she's pretty strong, but even with the 100 times overclock, Ezili is still pretty trash in terms of base DPS. She has a pretty solid ability, not gonna argue with that, but you will see. This time we gave her a chance, and let's take a look if she can actually use this opportunity and prove that Ezili is not so bad at the end of the day. Also pretty funny stuff, as you can see right now. I have the infinite range, and all the villages at the bottom, they have the discount, and these discounts work full map wide. So I just place those villages and do the stuff, but I had to turn off the mods, so this is not actually the modded video, it's just the modded beginning. I could begin with the alchemists, I could begin with the other towers, so I wouldn't say that it's very big deal, and we will switch to the vanilla version very shortly. Okay guys, today let's go quickly over the rules. We can use any no damage towers, we can use the support towers that don't deal damage, we can use one permabrew alchemist, we can use the 0 to 5 ice tower and 0 to 5 blue gunner, and any villages, because these are no damage towers. But why those specifically? Because these towers are necessary to keep the hero alive, and so that we don't choke and don't die to the stupid shit. Because Ezili, if somebody is gonna die from stupid stuff, it's gonna be Ezili. So just a safety precaution. Okay, and we will also be able to use her totem as many times as we want to, because we have the marketplace farms that actually generate quite a lot of lives per round. Okay, and just so that you understand how hard did the thing lag, it lagged hard, so that I had to turn off all the animations for the pops, and also the game you are seeing right now is speed increased by 4 freaking times. So FPS was very low, especially when we started to hit the blimps. It was very rough. You will still see a few FPS drops during this video, because Ezili is just as laggy as you can imagine. Okay, so as always guys, you might know that I traveled quite a lot. I have a 1,000,001 story about travels, and today is no exception. So first I thought of telling the story about drinking and using the not permitted substances, but I thought that it's not gonna be very appropriate. I might tell it in the future, like in the other rubrics, because why not? But overall, not the best idea, because the video is just gonna be demonetized. So because of this, I'm gonna tell you about Barcelona today, and this is gonna be two-part video, because I'm not gonna be able to tell you in that short amount of time about Barcelona. It's a very good, interesting, rich rich city of Spain, and very interesting venue to actually visit once in your life. You will not regret it. Okay, so when was I in Barcelona? It was quite a while ago. Let me count. Probably 7 to 8 years ago. I was still a kid, but it was a good experience because it's a good city. So why, when, what, where? At that time I was traveling with me and my mom, and we went to first it was the Barcelona airport, I'm pretty sure, and then it was okay. And now, as you can see, I removed the overclock, the hypersonic stuff, and now it's just the regular Ezili. So it was a pretty interesting experience. We lived not directly in the Barcelona, as far as I remember. It was the town near it, and why I remember this pretty vividly, because each time we traveled to the Barcelona itself, we used the metro, and it was pretty memorable because there was always the musician guy who just walks everywhere and plays songs and collects your money if you are generous enough. And this guy played the song, let me remember the name, it was very popular at that time. It's something. I don't remember the name, but just very famous Spanish song, Nosa Nosa. And it was pretty good because he did not play it like the original. Instead, he used the, let me look up the name of this musical instrument, because I don't want to confuse you. Okay, so it's called accordion in English as well. So if you don't know what it is, look it up, accordion. Pretty unique sounding musical instrument. I liked it a lot. Very, very cool stuff. And I even gave him a few euros at this stage, but it was alright. Very, very funny, because the metro and the trains are usually not the most exciting part of the everything, because it's just the public transportation. But this guy made it much more interesting, much funnier, which is what is good. And also the memories. So because he played the stuff, of course this is illegal, just so that you understand why am I like with a shaky voice. This is illegal. I'm pretty sure he did not have the permission to this, but because it's the, let's call it the cultural thing, because there are the people, the authorities who allowed this guy to go on the train. Maybe he pays them a bribe, maybe not, but I personally like to think that it's not more the bribe relationship. Instead, it's like, look, so there is the human factor. So I'm pretty sure the guy who was playing the songs, etc., he's not rich. Like basically he's almost, if not completely broke, and that's his last resort to make some money and survive, to have put the food on the table of his family. And the authorities, the people who control the train station, they allowed him to go there because first, he doesn't do any harm. Second, he makes the people happier, etc. So it's the good reputation for the train station. But even though it is illegal, they thought that it's gonna be fine, and I kind of agree with this perspective. They thought it's gonna be fine because it's just the right thing to do, to allow this guy to try to survive and play the songs he likes. Pretty controversial thing, because I know there are a lot of people who think that law is not flexible at all, that people need to always abide by the law, but the life is slightly more difficult, kids, and you should try to understand it when you grow up. So the law is not the 100% correct thing. There is a lot of flexibility that is allowed to this, but it's just an interesting observation. So in different countries, people treat the law and the mafia, the police, etc. very differently. All depends on the crime rates, the faith, the amount of faith that the people have in their government, in the authorities. So pretty interesting discussion, to be honest. Tell me your thoughts. If you agree or disagree that train authorities should allow such people to go on the trains, or maybe you think that they are potentially harmful and dangerous to the society, etc., and they should not be allowed to go on these trains by any circumstances, because the situation is pretty controversial. Okay, guys, press the like or dislike button, and also the results. Ezili did manage to reach the round 120. Thus, she surpassed the striker Jones, for example, the Oben, who were not able to reach 120. They died on round 119 because they just did not have enough damage to destroy the bat balloons. And Ezili is her most potent side. She can destroy every blimp, including the bats. So, and at the end, she got 4.4 million pops, which is more than Admiral Brickle, by the way. Pretty good result. Not the best, but considering this is considered the worst DPS hero in the game, I do think that Ezili did a really great job here. The hero rose in my eyes slightly. And so, guys, tell me your thoughts in the comments. Very important. I like to speak with you. Tell me your opinion. Press the like or dislike button right now, depending on what you think about this video. Subscribe now and press the bell notifications icon down below, because you don't want to miss the next few videos. They are gonna be fire.